Hey everyone, my name's Walter and I'm back here once again with some posts and stories from Reddit. Nice guys is the most commonly used name for men who talk a lot about how nice they are when their actions say otherwise, especially after being rejected. You'll see if you don't already know, but let's just get started with Nice Guys from Reddit. These posts come to us from Reddit Nice Guys. The way I see it, I have been turned down and rejected, yes, by women my entire life. Every time. I've worked harder and harder to be more than the next guy, so that doesn't happen anymore, and to this day nothing works. So if someone does come my way, she better be a virgin, young, and non-argumentative, because life isn't getting any longer, and I'm not spending my hard-earned money and what time I have left with some tramp. If all the women get to be so picky, then I'm not settling for any less than what I want, because I had to work harder than the next 10 men just to get anything. Why does this guy think he's such a hard worker exactly? And non-argumentative just means he wants to be able to push them around, probably. Wonderful. He can not settle and wait as long as it takes to find this perfect woman. Good to him. Perhaps she'll finally make an appearance at his funeral. I wish I knew how old he was. It's worse the older he is, of course. Okay, I'm speaking from anger. Yeah? What is it? If girls are gonna bitch and moan about a guy who treats them wrong, and then reject a nice guy who wants to treat them well, then fuck that bitch, and hope her other boyfriends treat her like shit. When you post on your story, /tell people, or vent to people about how a guy treats you, or how much your guy doesn't care, etc., and then a nice guy tries to treat you how you want to be treated, and you rejected them, you honestly deserve the treatment you get because y'all want all the guys who don't treat you right, etc. And then ask where are the good guys at? Y'all don't give them a chance. Just give them a chance is all I'm saying. To the guys, yes, some girls are not the best looking, but we need to give them a chance as well. Yeah, some girls aren't the best looking or have the qualities we want in a girl, but hey, just give them a chance. Some girls could be the best, if not the girl of your dreams, but you don't give them a chance just because of how they look. Give them a chance. Notice how these people never chastise the men who are supposedly mistreating all these women and just go straight to victim blaming the women? If they just develop some self-awareness and self-reflection as to why they come off as gross, their chances for a relationship increase dramatically. It always just blows my mind to see these guys call themselves nice and then say women deserve to be abused for rejecting them in the same sentence. Like, do these fucking idiots actually ever read anything they type? You'd think they'd notice the hypocrisy. Do girls even like nice guys? I feel like they don't even give a damn about someone that would treat them right, spoil them, spend some time with them, and genuinely being nice to them. I'm that type of guy, and it looks like they would just care about fuckers that don't respect them and do nothing for them, as well as being violent and all this stuff. If any lady cares to explain, I'm all ears. These men seem to understand that not all men are the same person, but they sure seem to think that all women are. How's anyone supposed to answer that? Most people don't like being treated like shit, believe it or not. Look at this story from the comments, too. Oh, but it wouldn't be creepy if a hot guy did it. I genuinely hate this because I was actually the target of a hot guy from school back when I was a teenager. I swear, if I tell this to anyone, it would sound like those high school romance books. Hot and popular guy with influential parents setting his sight on the awkward and shy girl. But let me tell you, it wasn't sexy or romantic. It was creepy as hell. Because the guy actually had power in school. His dad was like the vice director or something. I don't remember, and I distinctively remember him buying votes to become the president of one of the biggest clubs at school. The guy would literally do a kabadon on me in the corridor, and holy shit, it was terrifying. Luckily, he lost his interest quickly when I would just scurry off to a room with teachers or lock myself in the bathroom. But seriously, I felt my throat dry whenever he would stare at me in class. It was so scary. So the kabadon, and I only know this because I make these videos actually, is that power pose in anime where a guy puts his hand on a wall behind a woman, probably making her really uncomfortable. Apparently the meaning is actually slapping the wall when you do it, which is even worse. If someone does this to you, please hit them. I'm coming back to visit for a weekend in June. Just wanted to take you out to lunch when I'm there. I'm good, thanks though. It's been over 5 years. Probably won't come back for another 5 years, to be honest. Thought we were cool. What's on your mind? It would just be nice to make amends while I'm in town. Not trying to do anything more than a simple lunch. Maybe an hour of your time? I did give you that bong piece back and everything too. That has to count for something. Okay, so he's talking to someone that he's had issues with in the past. He's trying to make amends apparently, but already here he is demanding her time and not taking a firm no for an answer. There's no way this is going to get worse, right? There's a lot of people I'm cool with that I just don't have any interest in going out to lunch with. No animosity, it's no big deal. Well, it's not until the last week of June, so there's still a lot of time to think about it. Add me back on Facebook then, and we'll be good. I'm a different person, and I'm sure you are too, just trying to right my wrongs for good, and this will be one of my only chances to do that with you. Gotta wonder why it's so imperative that he does this in person rather than over text. I have ADHD and other things going on I didn't realize back then. In hindsight, I wish I handled things better with you. It has nothing to do with that. I just don't feel like it. I'm not obligated to go to lunch with anyone. I completely agree. You aren't obligated to do anything. I'll just be honest with you then. The 2 weeks we spent together emotionally fucked me up for years afterwards. The fact that we left things the way we did really hurt me and made me feel like you never got to know the real me. Again, Oh wow, he really switched gears here. He showed up trying to apologize, but here he is now crying about how he's actually the victim. Oh no, what a tragic hero. But I won't keep messaging you about this. Just promise me that you'll at least give it some thought. You don't have anything to lose here. I hope you have a great week. I'm not going to lead you on in thinking that I'll consider it. I just simply don't want to. I'm sure you're different and that's good for you, but you don't need my approval or acknowledgement. Have a good week. Just think about it, please. I'm not asking you for that much at all. Have a great week. No. Yes. The hell? The answer's no. Accept it. So you just haven't grown up over the past 5 years. Your parents must be real pieces of shit. Sorry to see that you haven't changed at all. I'll be seeing you soon. Bet. Is this how you react every time someone says no to you? I told you I didn't want to, and I'm not going to be bullied/guilted into saying yes. You're being immature, and now rude, too. Yeah, what a pile of shit this guy is. He just literally said no means yes. I'm not going to take no for an answer. He's also still obsessed with a 2-week fling after 5 years. That's pathetic. I'll be seeing you soon, he says. Hope someone beats his ass. Just the fact that he tried to intimidate you like that pretty much proves that he had ulterior motives for wanting to see you, and they weren't for closure. That goes beyond nice guy. What a creep. Yeah, he did some weird stuff back then too. Like I ended the fling, and while I was at work he told my roommates we were still seeing each other so that he could come inside and just wait for me there. Also came by the house twice after with boxes of food like he was trying to bribe me or something. Luckily, I've moved since. I do like when the OP doesn't cave at all. I would have been much meaner about it. Women love being rejected, they just don't admit it. I asked a girl for her number the other day. She blew me off, made some small joke. Whatever. I didn't bother responding. I just took the L and shrugged it off. A couple days later, she sees me talking to another girl and desperately tries to pull me away from her. I mean, I could tell she was just coming unglued inside. So you don't want to talk to me, but you don't want me talking to someone else? That's sound logic. Fucking women. They only want you if you don't want them. Maybe I'd accept she was doing that if he was a good friend. But there's no way she went from not even giving her number to him to wanting him in my eyes. Your top statement and then your little story don't line up. That's her rejecting you, not you rejecting her. Here's some advice from a woman. 1. Don't talk about women like some kind of hive mind. You wouldn't like it if I said all men are cheating assholes, would you? 2. Don't waste your time with women like her. Most of the time they are insecure, and even in relationships will play games like, I'm breaking up with you, you need to beg me to stay because I was actually testing you. If that really happened, chances are high that she wanted to pull him away from that girl to protect her. Yeah, maybe. Guess we'll never know if we only have one side of the story. I'm not even ugly, allegedly. Women are always telling me how good I look, and I'm surprised you don't have women all over you everywhere you go, etc. But then I'll be like, so, wanna go on a date with me then? And it's always, yeah, but not me though. Everyone else definitely. You'll find someone. Or they'll laugh it off or some shit. Literally every time. You'll find someone, you'll find the right one. Good lord, no one ever says this shit to me. Is that a sign that he complains about being single a lot? Otherwise, why would they say it? The fuck does this even mean? It has been said to me so many times it has no meaning to me anymore. It's like the, hi, how are you, of being lonely. They don't actually mean it, they've just been programmed to say it as a reaction to someone's relationship misfortune. Hell, I think I've accidentally become an incel at this point. How about just actually kill me instead? It'd hurt a lot less than saying that hopeless phrase to me. How dare anyone have preferences or notice all the red flags I'm throwing up, right? So he whines about being lonely, so his female friend tries to console him by saying some kind words like, ah no, you're great. Any woman would love to have you. Then he immediately says, great, then you date me. Like the lame, pathetic loser that he is. She feels awkward and says, "Sorry, not me, but I'm sure you'll find the right person." Again, just trying to be kind to him. He doesn't like that woman for any particular reason that has to do with her. She's just there, and she was being kind. That's all. He doesn't really like her. She's a pretty woman, so she'll do. Mutual attraction, connection, compatibility, common interests, none of these things matter to this desperate asshat. This next guy is particularly nice, by the way. "Hi, are you aware of any organizations for helping trans people? I appreciate it." "Yeah, I know of some ways. They use PayPal, though. Do you have one of those?" "I do have one, yes, and again, thank you, seriously." "Sure, so here's how you get help. I saw your post with that cute dress. I'll pay for a month of your estrogen if you send me some pics of you in the dress and some nice panties with the skirt lifted up. Simple transaction." Wow. Just wow. Gross. Please kindly exit my messages and never tell that shit to anybody again. Oh, so I'm the bad guy for trying to get cute pics? Well, excuse me. Christ. I'm being the good one here, don't you call me gross. I offered your confused ass money for simple pictures. That is until you insult me for something wrong I didn't even do. Man, who is the confused one here? This guy talks like he's from Kiwi Farms, and here he is messaging trans women trying to get pictures in his spare time. He sounds a little confused to me. I know stopping estrogen so suddenly can have some pretty bad effects on your body, and I hope you go through every one of them. Good Samaritans just can't exist in this world without being prosecuted for trying to be nice anymore. Maybe off your precious drugs you'll realize you should have taken the offer when it was given. Fuck you, go become one of the 40%. Imagine having to put up with this creepy asshole. The 40% he's talking about is the trans suicide rate. I think he might have it slightly wrong, but suffice to say, this is something that only one of the nicest people you'll ever meet would say. Although I guess it's not really out of character for a lot of the nice guys I cover. And then he says, "Hey, I'll pay you 2 months. It's like he thinks everyone has as little self-respect as he does. So sexist assumptions about dangerous and dirty jobs prevent them from going in them, yet sexist assumptions about women working at all does not prevent them working. How convenient. STEM fields have quotas to hire women, so what are you talking about? When women didn't work, one income was enough to support the family, but women still made most consumer decisions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the men didn't actually want to go do the shopping back then. They got paid all right, and you conveniently left out the houses that women walk away with in divorce, along with big money. And sorry, I can't unsee tens of thousands of videos of different women acting super entitled, giving themselves to assholes who do the bare minimum, talking about how they prefer bad boys and then turn around, complain about abuse, and then set absurd standards for good honest men. And when cross-referenced with my personal experience over 38 years, the MGTOW red pill content does in fact bear out into reality. It's your feminist ideology that doesn't. I only see women adopting it when it suits them, ignoring it when it doesn't. Tens of thousands of videos, huh? I doubt it, but if it's true, that's probably even more pathetic. I think my original channel got demonetized for reading MGTOW posts, so let's just move on in this case. How about one more post? I really don't see why the nice guys always get fucked over somehow, in some way. If I start being a dick, y'all are the ones that caused me to be this way. Sick and fucking tired of it. I'm just so tired of being the nice guy in life. All I do is get fucked over in life. If I start being a dick to people, don't ask why. Yeah, if I'm being a dick, it's actually your fault. Whoever is reading these posts, I assume. Like anyone cares whose fault it is, they're still not going to want to be around you. Anyway, it's about all the time I have for you today. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say about any of the posts I covered today, or about my content in general, please let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading those when the video's new. If you're new here and want more similar videos, consider subscribing for more of the same. A big thanks also to my fabulous patrons who give me money to help make ends meet. It's very helpful. I'll be shouting them out next time. I'm thinking about making more Predator content currently, but I'll likely be back tomorrow or something similar with some Reddit stories. Either nice guy or am I the asshole? We'll see. Well, have a great day, everyone, and happy 4th of July. I forgot which day it was because I've been locked in my room making this all day. Have a barbecue for me or something.